you last weekend, Joey?
I was on a camping trip with my family.
I've never been on a camping trip. What did you do?
Well, we slept in a tent, hiked in the woods, cooked on the campfire, looked up at the stars all night, and went fishing.
That sounds like fun.
It was.
What did you like the best?
Well, I liked all of it, but the best thing is fishing.
How many fish did you catch?
Well, none in the morning, but 15 in the afternoon.
Wow, the morning must have been boring.
It was. I almost quit when we didn't catch a single fish all morning.
What made you change your mind?
My dad got me to try again. We went to a different lake, and the fish were biting every time we put our bait in the water.
How did your dad know where the fish would be biting?
He didn't. He just knew that the fish weren't biting where we were, so we thought we'd change places. We got lucky in the afternoon.
Joey, your fishing trip reminds me of when Jesus met Peter after he had fished all night.
I remember that lesson. Peter and his friends fished all night and didn't catch a fish.
I bet Peter felt just like you after you fished all morning without catching a fish.
Right, but he tried again because Jesus asked him.
Can you imagine how Peter and his friends felt when they caught 2 boats full of fish?
Sure, I felt the same way when I caught so many fish. I had a blast. You know, I'm pretty good at this fishing business. I think I'll just be a fisherman for the rest of my life.
It was a little different for Peter.
Why do you say that?
Well, Peter was a fisherman. That was his job. It was a dream come true. For Peter, the more fish he caught, the more money he made.
I see. Peter might have thought that he could become a millionaire with Jesus guiding him to all the right fishing places.
That's right, but instead of trying to sign Jesus to a fishing contract, Peter realized Jesus was in a more important business.
What business was that?
Jesus was in the soul business.
Catching men instead of catching fish. That was a big career change.
That's right, Joey, and for Christians, fishing for men is job number 1.
Right.
Jasper, where were you sitting in church today?
I was sitting with Joey.
But you always sit with us. Aren't we your friends?
I mean, sure, Jackie, but Joey doesn't have anyone to sit with him.
Well, maybe nobody wants to sit with him.
Wait, are you giving Joey the cold treatment?
What do you mean by the cold treatment?
I mean that you ignore him and shut him out of the group.
Well, we're just trying to teach him a lesson. He needs to know that he can't be our friend unless he changes his ways.
Jackie, I know Joey has a few
A
problems.
few problems? You know, he's a troublemaker. He uses bad language, he picks fights, he cheats, and he probably steals and lies.
Now settle down, Jackie. You are judging Joey unfairly. He does have some problems, but he has not been taught about Jesus all his life like you and me.
I know he has had a rough time growing up, but he needs to change, and we can't encourage his behavior. We can't associate ourselves with sinners.
We are all sinners, Jackie. You're right that we must not follow others into sin, but we are no better than anyone else. We need to try to lead others away from sin.
But how can you be friends with someone who is sinning?
Well, think about Jesus. When Jesus called Levi, who is also known as Matthew, to be one of his disciples, Jesus went to a banquet with Matthew's friends.
I remember that story. Jesus was criticized for eating with tax collectors and sinners.
That's right. Tax collectors were hated back then because usually they were cheaters.
Well, why did Jesus eat with them? Wasn't he afraid they would pull him down or hurt his influence?
Jesus' love was stronger than his fear. He loved people and he wanted to save those sinners. Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance."
I see. Jesus was like a doctor. He came to help sick people, so he had to be around people whose souls were sick.
That's it, Jackie. Jesus hated hated the sin in their lives, but he loved the people themselves.
I guess I was using the wrong approach with Joey. By ignoring him, I was just driving him farther away.
Yeah, he will never be friendly unless we show we are his friends. If he sees we care about him, he may change his ways.
That makes sense. I'm going to get the other kids at church to make Joey part of the group again.
He won't change overnight. It will be hard to help him change, but that's what Jesus would do.
If Jesus was a soul doctor, that's what we need to be too.
Just call me Dr. Jasper.